Hi everyone and welcome back to this whole situation. If you're new, my name is Carly. That's it really. And yeah, today I thought I would do 50 facts about me, and I'll try and do it as quickly as I can because who really wants to listen to me? Am I right? So number 1, I was born on the 30th of March. This means that I'm an Aries, but I don't really believe in horoscopes, so I don't really know what that means. Number 3, I used to be a dancer, and in 2011 I placed 3rd in the UK for hip hop. The first job I can ever remember wanting to do when I was younger was to be a vet. I also had braces when I was younger, and I always used to get bright red ones. Number 6 is that I am 5'7", which I always thought was really tall, but now I think about it, I'm like, it's just a bit above average really. It's not. I used to think I was giant, but I'm not really. I used to play the cello at school. I done that for 4 years, and with that I was part of the school's string orchestra. When I stopped playing the cello, I picked up the bass guitar. I learned that for a couple of years, and my guitar was called Noel. I am a massive fan of spinach in any form I can get it. Number 10, I currently go to Newcastle University. I study medical science, but I'm planning to specialise in physiology next year. Next up, I passed my driving test on my 2nd attempt. Oops. And my first car was an 11-year-old Vauxhall Corsa. Next up, I have been a vegetarian for just under 3 years. In 2018, I tried to go vegan for a month for cancer research, but I had to give up after a month because I lost a lot of weight and I ended up really ill because all I ate were skips and Skittles. From 2009 to 2016 I was an acrobatic gymnast. I was not a very good one, but I still done it. So I really liked school when I went to school. That has changed a lot since I've left. I was a bit of a teacher's pet when I was there. I went to a Catholic primary school and a Catholic secondary school, but they were both state schools. My favourite subjects were English, history, drama and physics, so it was always kind of weird to me that I never pursued any of them further. That's actually a lie. I done physics for a year when I left school at the University of Glasgow, and I dropped out because I really didn't like it. I also went to theatre school when I was younger, but left to focus on dancing. Growing up, from when I was in primary school to even now, we've always had cats in the house. So right now we have Ruby, who is a 3-legged rescue cat, and I love her so much. My first ever job was when I left school. I worked in KFC. I only lasted 2 weeks because the staff were horrible. I used to be a hospital volunteer, which meant I just kind of went about the wards and talked to the patients, which I really enjoyed, and I do miss it sometimes. If you can't tell from my accent, I grew up just outside of Glasgow. Just that I used to take real advantage of living in Glasgow, and I would go to a lot of music gigs. Glasgow has an amazing music scene, so it was great. The amount of stuff that was just on your doorstep to go see was amazing. The first concert I ever went to was The Wanted. I had no idea who they were. I went with my mum and a family friend. Is that I don't drink as much as I used to, but if I do, I will drink Rioja, which is a red wine, or Jack Daniels, which is whiskey. I'm so ashamed. I used to drink 7 cups of coffee a day until a doctor in A&E strongly advised me not to do that anymore, so I don't. I've only ever been to one protest, and it was in 2018 I went to a protest to protest the arrival of Donald Trump in Scotland. In 2019 I met Nicola Sturgeon, who is Scotland's current First Minister. We were at a reception and I was like, oh, let's get a photo, and then she asked if I was old enough to be drinking alcohol, so that was great because I was like 19. In 2017 I went to an English summer school at Churchill College in Cambridge. I have visited America 3 times, Florida twice and New York once. I am the youngest of 3 children. I have 2 older brothers, so maybe that's why I'm not the girliest. I don't know, this isn't a psychology session, but there you go. I first dyed my hair when I was 14, and it was this kind of ombre style that was going about at the time. I wanted it because Zoella had it, obviously, but it was like really dark hair and then like bright blonde at the end, and it didn't fade. It was like a line. If I can find a photo I'll pop it here. It was bad. Only language I can speak is English, but I'm currently learning Spanish, so fingers crossed, because it's one of my really big pet peeves when people go to, you know, non-English speaking countries and they can only speak English and they expect like that other people know English. So I don't want to be one of those people that I detest. I have acted in 2 student films, both music videos. One was better than the other. I have really severe hay fever. I usually have to get like antihistamines and a nasal spray on prescription because it gets so bad that I can't see when I'm driving. One of my favourite places to visit is the seaside. I can't wait to be able to do that again. I just find it so peaceful and lovely. In the school yearbook I was voted most likely to be Prime Minister. I spend an absurd amount of time laughing at, see, like political greetings cards, so not just happy birthday or whatever, but in general. My favourite one is like, there's one of Theresa May and it's like an illustration and then it says like, you are strong and stable. I think that's really funny. I was once interviewed for BBC News for my work as a volunteer during the first 2 waves of the pandemic. There's been so many waves. I was really lactose intolerant as a child, to the point that in primary school when people brought in birthday cakes, I would always just used to get like a packet of Haribos, or like I would have to bring in like my own ice cream and things. So obviously I'm still lactose intolerant, but it's not like as bad as it used to be. I used to love going on road trips with me as the driver. Sometimes I just go on a drive myself, but all of a sudden I get really nervous driving and things, so I don't enjoy it anymore. During my time at Glasgow University, there was a bomb scare. The IRA had threatened to send a bomb, or had, I don't know what they'd done. Then maybe they sent a package. Not really all that clear on the details, but my friend and I, when this was all kicking off, decided that our classes probably wouldn't be on that afternoon, and so we went to the art gallery and got a coffee. I worked 4 jobs on my gap year. I worked in Starbucks, I was a tutor, I worked in Tesco, and what's that other one? I worked in a bakery as well. When I was 16 I got to go see one of my then heroes, Noel Gallagher, who we don't really like now. I got to go see him live at a festival and I went with my brother. It was very cool. But we got beer thrown over us and I was mortified. One of my favourite musicals is Phantom of the Opera, and I was lucky enough to get to go see it in 2019 in London, which was really cool. In the same year I got to go visit the EU in Brussels, but it was then I kind of swore I'm never ever going to become a politician, so don't worry. I have visited NASA twice, once in 2017 and once in 2019, and it was the one in Orlando, I think. somewhere in Florida anyway. Things like yoga and meditation, they make me really angry. Not angry, but really irritable and frustrated, so I don't do them. And last of all, I'm going to reveal to you my ultimate party trick, is that I am really good at TV recommendations. So like if you're ever like going through Netflix and you're like, oh, I don't really know what to watch, let me know and I will sort you out, because it is the one thing I think I'm really good at. Like, I don't think I'm good at a lot of things, but TV recommendations, I've got you sorted. So I hope there was something there that was a wee bit surprising, hopefully, because like otherwise this has been a bit fruitless, hasn't it? Yeah, I tried to think a wee bit outside the box, but I don't know if it's worked. But if you've enjoyed this, let me know. If you're not subscribed, then the button is like down here somewhere. You should like it, that'd be really nice of you, and I'll leave my social media in the description if you want to follow me in between these amazing uploads. But yeah, I hope you're having a great week. I hope everything is going amazing for you, as amazing as it can go at this weird time. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Look at Ray, look how consistent I'm being. I feel like when 2020 became 2021, the old, not consistent Carly became me. Whatever, I'm sorry. See you later. Bye.